I want to find out from you the music. When did the love for music start?
The music thing was always there on the sideline. I mean, we never really ever expressed it publicly. And we always knew we could kind of sing, but we're always a bit nervous to kind of take it out to the public. And our mom was a piano teacher, and our dad on the other end was very sporty. So I think both complete opposites, but that's how we kind of took to both sides. And then we found ourselves at a resort in Durban for one New Year's, and we were sitting around a trampoline with a bunch of people, and we were just having a good time singing to some songs. And the one person actually turned to us and said, "Whoa, can you guys sing?" And we were like, "Yeah, I think we can sing." And then kind of from that day onwards, we're like, you know what, let's try this. Let's try it as a passion. Let's see where it goes. You know, if it goes somewhere, that'll be awesome. That's the dream. That's the goal. If it doesn't, no regrets kind of thing. And we that day we started an Instagram page, and we haven't looked back since. And yeah, ever since, it's been the dream, it's been the passion, it's been the goal. And yeah, we're loving every moment of it.
Would you say then sitting around the trampoline with instruments is the catalyst for the Saxby Twins?
Definitely. I would say if that day, I mean, I definitely think we still would have given it a go if that day didn't happen. But that was definitely the day that let's say pushed the button and was like, you know what, let's do it, let's get going.
You guys should definitely go back there, do like a trampoline sessions or something like that. I want to talk a little bit about the writing, the collaborative effort. Is it let's sit down and work together as brothers, or is it you have an idea, you just start on your own, you bring it along later to the sessions? How does the whole writing session start off?
So we actually have quite a unique process with regards to how we go about our writing of music and songs and so on. It normally starts off with a voice note. So I'll whip my voice note out, or Carl whip his phone out, and yeah, we'll basically brainstorm an idea and we'll sing into the voice notes and start off like that. Or we'll sometimes find a beat kind of that we like and then take it as inspiration. And then, yeah, we'll sit down together and say, okay, this really worked out, this didn't. We have agreements, disagreements until we think, okay, we have a solid demo idea, which we can then take to studio. But from a writing point of view, I mean, up until now, we've basically done it all ourselves. We haven't really outsourced or looked for other writers to come and join in our circle, just because we have gone down that independent route. But we've started noticing as we go on now. I mean, it's always a good thing to get that extra opinion, get that third person, fourth person to join into your circle, and yeah, give their opinion at the end of the day. As it's difficult to keep it to yourselves when when there's other people out there. So yeah, we're always open to getting further opinions with regards to our music.
When you do the writing, what are the emotions? What's the moods? What's the themes that inspire the music?
So far, I mean, it's been a big love theme. To put things simple, but yeah, we as we grow and mature, that's one thing that we've kind of been almost rebranding ourselves over the past few months now, kind of taking a step back and not just releasing music just because we think, oh, that's catchy, this and that. We kind of want to really rebrand ourselves going forward now and mature within the industry as we grow older. But yeah, in terms of themes, definitely love. We wanted to kind of also tap into now. We've got a few ideas, demos along the lines of like life in general and almost on the motivational side of things, but not too motivational. Yeah, along those side of things.
When you write, let's say there's something that's maybe not going to fit the vibe for the two of you. Would you table it? Would you scrap it? Or do you kind of adjust it into the sound that you guys have right now?
It's so weird because like we often come up with, let's say, 5 ideas and we got 5 separate songs. And if we think, okay, this one's not really sounding too cool, but then we go, okay, this one's sounding really cool, we'll kind of say, okay, well, let's go back to that idea and let's take that idea that we have with that song that we weren't really agreeing on, and let's maybe try link it into this song. So that's our process. Sometimes works out like that, where we'll find that something in one song that wasn't necessarily flowing nicely will flow better in another song, and we kind of link it up like that. We've had a few songs to date where we've actually done that.
So someone comes up to you now, Wayde, and they say, I've never heard the Saxby Twins. I don't know anything about them. What's the one song that you wrote that you'll play to them to make them a believer?
Sure. I mean, the go-to would always be "Falling for You." I mean, that was the song that started it all, and that was the song that really got us on the map. But like I say, as we grow, we can't always keep sticking to one song. So our more current music, I'll definitely say one of our latest, "Give Me Everything." From a lyrical point of view, from a maturity point of view, from a beat point of view. But then also along the lines of the song that's really doing us well at the moment is "Meant to Be." "Meant to Be" is the one that's doing us really well at the moment. So I'd say from a beat point of view and from a song that kind of sums the Saxby Twins up, definitely that one.
Take me to right before you hit the stage. Do you have rituals? Do you have celebrations? Is there something you do before you work out? Are there maybe superstitions, like your first gig you played and you were like, this is the greatest gig ever? Do you still like have that pair of socks or pair of underwear from that gig? Any superstitions like that?
We don't really have any superstitions that I can think of. I mean, I did give a sock away one time after a show at a meet and greet, and
Nice.
I do regret that. I won't do that again. But in terms of like pre-show, we kind of do a few vocal warm-ups. I mean, our one friend watched us recently do a vocal warm-up before one of the shows, and they looked at us and they were like, what the hell are you guys doing? Kind of thing. But yeah, a couple vocal warm-ups, kind of getting in the zone. We don't really like speaking to people when it's like 5 minutes before. Just kind of getting your mind ready. I'd say we're fairly used to it by now. We don't really get too nervous anymore, but yeah, the first few shows we ever did was definitely a nerve-wracking thing, and we still definitely do get a little bit nervous, but yeah, once you're on the stage, that adrenaline kicks in. No matter whether it's 5 or 5,000 people you perform to, it's always the same energy and the same effort we'll put out there.
I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot right now, but if you had a friend reacting, what the hell, then what the hell were you doing for vocal warm-ups?
Sure, it's quite an embarrassing thing, but it works. It's like a da 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 stuff like that, and yeah, it just gets the voices. It gets the voices in tune.
So for anyone watching, I mean, you're not called the Saxby Twins for no reason. Your brother just couldn't make it, but you guys are identical. I was, instead of watching, just listening to previous interviews of yours, and not just looking like, you guys sound alike as well. Have you ever taken advantage of the fact that you are twins? Like maybe if you had to do a telephonic where they can't see you, you could kind of act as both twins.
Definitely. I mean, the first thing a lot of people say to us is that we sound the exact same, especially in our music. And it's one thing where they can't distinguish between who's who. So for telephonic interviews in the past, we've definitely made use of that. And like one of us just does the whole thing. And kind of every now and then you can pretend that the other one's like, yeah, I'm Wayde. Hey, I'm Carl.
Yeah.
Kind of switch it up like that. In terms of messing around being twins when we were younger, we did do it a few times. We were quite mischievous at school. So yeah, we switched classes once upon a time, every now and then. But yeah, being twins has been a lot of fun. We literally best friends at the end of the day. And to be identical twins has just been a huge bonus, even though Carl is maybe a little bit bigger than me at the moment. He thinks he's stronger than me. But yeah, we still very, very similar in terms of appearance.
Coming from a twin, does the twin bond exist?
I would definitely say it does to a certain extent. In terms of that twin telepathy, maybe not 100%, but I mean, there's definitely been moments where I'll be thinking of something and Carl will be thinking of something also. And it'll kind of be something where I'll say it and he'll be like, no, wait, I was also just thinking about that.
In terms of who you are as people, when it comes to things like foods, favorite drinks, favorite music, are you guys similar in that regard as well?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the music we listen to, if I find a new song that I really like, he'll automatically like it also. Extremely, extremely similar. Basically a carbon copy.
You're flying this twin flag high for South Africa. So I thought, let's have you rank other famous twins out of 10 based on who they are, what they've done, or unfortunately with our first pair of twins, who they've done. I want you to rank the following twins. First up, from Game of Thrones, we got Jaime and Cersei Lannister.
I'll be dead honest with you. I haven't really watched Game of Thrones. I know it's a bit of a disappointment, but just based off that image over there, I would say probably 7 out of 10.
Don't watch it, because let's not ruin that score. That's a very good score considering who they are as people. Even if you haven't watched it, I'm sure you know these two, Luke and Leia Skywalker.
I think that's quite an iconic duo. So I'd give them like a 9.5 out of 10.
I think the modern generation, when it comes to twins, there's only one pair they're going to be thinking about, and it's Fred and George Weasley. What would you rank the Weasley twins?
Sure. Probably I'd give them an 8 out of 10.
Were you ever mixed up by people who know you really, really, really well, like they did?
All the time. I mean, even our parents get us mixed up every now and then.
See, but that's a nice thing. It's because you can cause trouble, and I have no clue what happened.
As babies, we looked the exact same. We both had this blonde curly hair, and I mean, there's probably a 90% chance I was named Carl and Carl was named Wayde, and now I'm Wayde and he's Carl. So there's a very high chance we could have got switched around.
Next set of twins that people don't realize are actually twins. Dr. Evil and Austin Powers.
Damn.
Twins.
I think once again, I think it's an iconic duo. That's touching a 10, to be honest. I'd also give it around a 9.5, yeah.
Next one, going way, way, way back now as far as film goes, but don't know if you've seen The Shining.
It doesn't ring a bell, to be honest, but yeah, maybe I'll recognize it.
Well, how would you rank Twins if you are alone in a giant hotel that's rumored to be haunted? You turn a corner and you see these two standing there looking at you.
Oh, that's pretty scary, I won't lie. Sure, I'll probably give them a... That's not the ideal situation I would like to end up in ever. So probably say I wouldn't give below a 5, and I'll give a 6 out of 10.
Just respectful enough that they don't come for you.
Yeah, no, exactly that. I mean, I don't want to cause putting any bad water out there.
Wayde, this has been such a joy. I mean, you guys, your music is playing on Radio Wave, but it's nice for people to get the opportunity just to learn a little bit more about the behind the scenes, who you guys are, what makes you tick a little bit. And even with Kyle not being here off on a writing session, I mean, you're twins. You spoke about the twin bond. It's like we got the 2-for-1 kind of bonus right now, the special. So him not being here is still him being here. So we just want to say a massive thank you for having a chat with us today.
Thank you to you guys. It's always such an awesome time. And yeah, really, really appreciate you guys for having us hang out with you guys. And yeah, thank you so much, Jacques.